What's up guys, it's Alex with Monster Bass, and today we're out here on an upland reservoir, and as you guys can see, it is a beautiful spring day. There's people out working, the birds are chirping, and that means one thing, that the bass are staging up to spawn or they're already spawning. So today we're going to be talking about the Bagley Bang-O, and this is a subsurface style bait, and it's great for fishing around wood and rocks and sand flats and areas that fish like to get ready to either spawn on or already spawning on. And this thing does a really good job of mimicking bait fish, bluegill, the things that, you know, those bedding bass and those pre-spawn bass either want to eat or they don't want near their beds. And it is a great way to get a reaction strike this time of year. And so what we're going to do is we're getting this thing tied on here, and I'm going to go through what I'm throwing it on and then where I would actually like to throw this thing and kind of show you guys some tips and tricks on how to fish it. Hopefully you guys will enjoy today's video. Alright guys, so let's talk about the gear that I'm actually throwing this thing on. I'm throwing a 6'9" medium fast action rod. The reason I'm doing that is because this little bait is made out of balsa, so it is very, very light. It's actually only 1/4 of an ounce. The other reason I'm doing this is I like that fast action so that I can work this bait under the water, and as we get into how we work it, where I'm actually fishing at, you guys will see that. And then I'm throwing this on a 7-5-1 gear ratio reel. The reason I'm doing that is because you kind of fish this thing like a jerk bait, kind of like a subsurface wake bait. And so a lot of the times those fish will come up behind it, you actually get to see them eat it, and then they'll run at you. So being able to pick up that line helps you to catch up with those fish and get a good hook up into them. And then I'm throwing it on some 10-pound copolymer or fluorocarbon. I like this copolymer because it's actually neutrally buoyant, so it means wherever I put it in the water, it's going to stay there. So whether it's subsurface or sitting on right on top of the water, the line is still good for what I'm using it for. So now let's kind of start heading down this bank, because this is a perfect place to actually fish this thing. You guys can see we got some docks sticking out, we got some wood in the water. We'll see, I'll show you guys how we actually fish it and see if we can catch a few fish while we're at it. Alright guys, so let's talk about how we actually fish this thing. So like I said, it's kind of like a jerk bait mixed with a subsurface wake bait. What you're going to do, it's actually pretty simple, is you're going to throw this thing out there and you're just going to kind of twitch it and reel it back. So you kind of just want to twitch it a few times, kill it, maybe reel it a few feet, kill it, twitch it, reel it and twitch it. Just make it very, very erratic, because what you're doing, especially with this bait, is you're making it look like a fleeing bait fish or a wounded bait fish, and that'll get a big reaction strike out of those fish. Whether they're pre-spawn or spawning, you know, just hitting those bass's instincts to react to something like that is one of the best ways to get a lot of bites when you're trying to cover a lot of water. Kind of what you want to do with this bait, you want to cover a lot of water until you get that reaction strike, and then slow down and really fish with an area. And one really cool thing about this bait is that paint job that it has on the side. And you guys can see it's got that kind of chromy paint job, and what that helps to do is it helps to reflect that light and refract that light. And so when you're twitching it, when you're reeling it, and you're putting all that action and imparting that action on it that you have to impart upon it, it makes those bass react to that bait. And like I said, those reaction strikes are what you're looking for, so that you guys can slow down and then fish an area and pick out those bigger fish. There he is, there he is. Got him. Right next to that tree. Come here, you. Woo, look at that, guys. Now, hopefully you saw that. You guys can see what I mean about fishing around that hard cover. That bass was just using that tree as a ambush point, and he was probably staging on that tree, probably getting ready to move back even a little bit shallower and find him a girl and make him some babies. You guys can see it's a little male bass, but he reacted to that bait, and he reacted to it because he thought it was a bait fish coming around that tree, and it looked like it was wounded. So awesome to see that thing in action, to show what this thing can actually do. And as always guys, thank you for watching. If you got any questions or comments, please go leave them in the comment section down below. If you're new to our channel, make sure and hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell to let you guys know when we put out all our videos. Also go down in the description. We'll have links to the Monster Bass website so you can check out our boxes as well as our pricing and all that kind of stuff. But as always, you guys are awesome. We'll see you next time. Yeah. Dude, I made that fish react to that. Did you see him shoot out and eat it, dude? That was freaking wicked. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. There's another one in there.